Alright, today I'm checking out Helplessness Blues by Fleet Foxes here. This came out in 2011. I've never listened to Fleet Foxes before. This is probably their most critically acclaimed album, I'm pretty sure. So I'm excited to get into this. This was a Patreon request, of course. Go join the Patreon if you want. It's $4 a month. You get this reaction uncut, and you get all the other reactions uncut as well, and you get priority requests as well. So go join that down below. We're gonna jump into it. The first track is Montezuma? I'm expecting some folky indie vibes. What a way to open the opening track on your album. Subtle reverb on there. Makes it feel live. Okay. A little harmonica in there. Like the distortion on that too. That was good, man. That was really good. Lyrically, talking about kind of reflecting on what he's became. Or become. Now I'm older than my mother, their daughter. What does that say about me? So he's kind of reflecting here, what I used to be. Maybe he doesn't like the person he is now. Both the slave and the empress will return to the dirt. So yeah, even if you're a slave or you're an empress, everyone's gonna die one day. Yeah, I like it lyrically. It didn't blow me away, if I'm being completely honest. Like, it wasn't the most beautiful thing I've ever heard, but I liked the subtle touch of reverb on there. I thought it was really fitting, and yeah, overall pretty nice. Harmonica was cool. Kind of reminds me of maybe a Bon Iver almost. It's gonna get the good rating. Like I said, not the best thing I've ever heard, but pretty good opening. I like the pocket and the flow of this right now. If to borrow is to take and not return. Another good opening line. These lyrics just grab me, man. They're really relatable, but they also feel really personal to him as well. Nice little fiddle. Nice switch up here. Cool approach to make that kind of the chorus. No vocals on it at all. I love this burst of color right here. It's a nice surprise. Okay, I feel like I am losing a bit of information with the hood on. I wanted to go the hood vibe because I was just, I don't know, kind of tired right now, but I feel like I'm losing some of the subtleties in the mix, so we're gonna go hoodless from now on. I liked that more than the first one, I think. It had more of a present kind of strong groove to it, definitely. Don't know what the lyrics are about. If to borrow, I mean, this is a good line right here. So maybe he's taking these moments for granted. Old as I get, I could never forget it all. So yeah. Obviously, this made a strong impression on him because he's remembering this dress that she's wearing. So yeah, looking back at this memory, I guess, and kind of wanting to go back there. I liked the sound of it again. It was groovy. It was folky, acoustic. It was, again, I feel like hopefully moving forward now with just headphones right on the ears, right on that raw skin. Hopefully I'll enjoy it a little bit more and hear some stuff more clearly in the mix, but it also might just be that reverb that's making it a bit tough for me to pick out certain things. This big dummy over here didn't give that a rating, so we're gonna give it the good. It was a good song. There you go. Sala Bim. Such a gentleman tied to the ocean side. Then the earth shook, that was all that it took for the dream to break. Kind of an abrupt sort of cool down there. I like the solo though. Oh! Oh! Oh, that tambourine. That was great. That little guitar solo, fantastic. That went from like my least favorite track so far to my favorite. Easily. I thought it was kind of weird how the verse just kind of died down here. It didn't really have a real like kind of conclusion to it. But the way they bridged that into that guitar solo was super satisfying, and the speed on that was insane. And just, yeah, the doubled guitars just going off in each channel, that tambourine kind of accenting the offbeat. Lyrically, I don't know what this is about. The lyrics describe the story of a man who left his partner in the middle of the night and didn't have the courage to tell them goodbye, so he carved his initials in the bark. Second verse talks about the partner's reaction when they awoke to find that the man had left. That's cool. It's a cool story. I don't really know how it fits in. I mean, it doesn't have to necessarily fit in with the rest of the album, but I'm just struggling to kind of see the point of it. So yeah, best one so far, easily. All right, next one is Battery Kinzie. Sounds massive. I like the phrasing here. Nice harmonies. Loving the driving kind of nature of this. It's really good. Love the driving nature to that. Lots of energy. Yeah, I like the vocal harmonies in the chorus. Those were really sweet. And yeah, that one just captured that kind of massive feel really well. I mean, every track has had that kind of same level of reverb, but for some reason that one kind of felt really massive, and it really gave off that kind of live feeling. Another good one of my favorites. All right, next one is The Plains / Bitter Dancer. Oh, weird kind of melody there, but I like it. Oh, the way this is building. It's just shots of color. Just a cacophony, man. Oh. The way those vocals just kind of blended together was so satisfying. Oh. This is a weird tune, man. It kind of got like a disorienting kind of feel to it. It's a weird structure. Like, Genius doesn't even know how to classify it, too. The structure. Beautiful. I mean, it's a bit unconventional, which kind of explains the fact that it's the least streamed on this album, I think. Because it is, like I said, kind of a weird song structure. It kind of just jumps from idea to idea, and it doesn't really return. I mean, it returned to a couple sections, like repeated a couple sections, but it felt pretty linear, I guess is the word. But yeah, I loved it. I thought it actually improved the experience. The fact that it was so unconventional. It kept it surprising, kept it fresh, and it felt like a journey. That was a good, really rewarding experience. That was great. That's one of my... I feel like I've said that about the past three. It's one of my favorites, but that one actually is probably one of my favorites. So there you go. All right, let's keep going. On to Helplessness Blues, the title track. I was doing a little preemptive research about this album before this video, and it seems like this is a very highly regarded song. I mean, it's the most streamed on the album, so I'm expecting good things here. I don't want to put my hopes up too high, but we'll see.
I was somehow unique, like a snowflake, distinct among snowflakes, unique in each way you can see. A functioning cog in some great machinery, serving something beyond me. But I don't know what that will be. I'll get back to you someday soon. You will see, or bow down and be grateful and say, sure, take all that you see. If I know only one thing, it's that everything that I see of the world outside is so inconceivable. Often I barely can speak. What good is it to sing helplessness blues? Why should I wait for anyone else? And I know you will keep me on the shelf. I'd work till I'm wrong. If I had an orchard, I'd work till I'm sore. Gold hair in the sunlight, my light in the dawn. Someday I'll be like the man on the screen.
Yeah, it lived up to the hype. It lived up. I was kind of curious to see how it was gonna pull it off and how this was gonna be such a highly regarded, critically acclaimed song, but yeah, it's good. It's good. Holy man. I think it's the lyrics. I mean, the sound is great too, but I think it's the lyrics that really put it over the top. There's really no like question about what he's singing about here. It's instantaneously understandable and relatable and hard hitting. The sound is just fantastic. Like the driving acoustic kind of riff there, and then that electric guitar solo at the end is super good. The fat low end kind of bass comes in as well. That's definitely the best song so far, easily. And I can definitely see why people love it so much. What a great spot to have an instrumental track to kind of separate maybe like the first and second half of the album. Oh, they just surprise you. Like it's just these shots of sound and swells. Oh. Oh, that lower guitar. Oh. Whoa. Weird effect on that guitar. What the? Just listen to how complex that riff is, though, too. Like, when you really listen to it carefully, it's a really freaking complex and, like, hard-sounding guitar riff. That's great. That's a great kind of cool-down moment. Kind of an interlude. All instrumental, obviously, and it's fitting to have that after the last track to kind of emotionally let you chill out for a little bit. And it's probably going to work as kind of like a separator, like a halfway kind of intermission point too on the album. They don't put less effort into that just because it is kind of an interlude. That was just as great instrumentally. Like, the guitars sound so clean and pristine and just played fantastically, obviously. And then those shots of color and like the swells that come in and completely take you off your feet and surprise you are amazing as well. Bro, what is wrong with me in this video? Another track I didn't give a rating. You could probably tell that I liked it, so it gets the good interlude. Oh, again, the sound level increases like so much, and there's no build up to it. It's just boom. Two, three. It's a waltz. Oh, that bass line. Weird outro here. Interesting kind of outro there to have. Don't know how to feel about it, but it's definitely unique. Yeah, talking about a breakup here. I mean, the lyrics weren't like super gripping to me on this one, but they're still pretty solid. Yeah, I mean, that was okay. I'm gonna be honest, it wasn't one of my favorites. I don't really have much else to say about it, if I'm being honest. Like, there wasn't that much that stood out or felt that different. I mean, there's some cool bassline moments in there, but do I give it the mid? We're gonna give it the mid. Obviously, that's relative to all the other tracks. What a nice little jam. It got in, got out, did its job. It didn't overstay its welcome. Yeah, it's not like a super standout track, but I feel like it's just kind of a sweet little moment, I guess. That's probably one of my favorites. We're gonna give it the good. Nothing mind-blowing, but just a sweet little moment. Let's keep going. This is the second kind of two-part track, maybe. The Shrine slash an argument. We had the Plains slash Bitter Dancer before.
Sunlight over me, no matter what I do. Apples in the summer are cold and sweet and clean.
Heavenly vocals. Such a good guitar part. There's kind of an urgency to it, but it's also holding back a bit. I wouldn't be surprised if it kind of explodes into something bigger here. Ugh. Maybe it won't explode. Maybe they'll subvert my expectations here. Okay, switch up. Okay, the drums a bit overbearing, a bit overwhelming there. We got the what's that called? I don't remember what that freaking instrument's called, but peaceful section here. We're in some sort of garden with the wind chimes. Looks like it'll be instrumental for the last. Oh. This is the argument. What the heck is happening? What is that instrument? It was crazy. That was insane. I mean, it's 8 minutes long. I don't know if it really justifies the length, but I think that argument section at the end there, where it literally sounds like the horns are arguing, kind of makes it worth it. Like, I think I would actually listen through the first, like, sit through the first 6 minutes, even though it's not like the best part of the album. just to kind of get to that outro, because that outro is so good. The freak out of the horns, just utter chaos, completely unhinged, and then that weird kind of like, it almost sounded like some sort of synthy, almost guitar with some weird like wobble effect on it. So strange, but it really embodies what they're calling the argument here. I feel like understanding the narrative of that track would make me like it more too. I could see this one growing on me quite a bit. I think it is good. I'm gonna give it the good rating. Because I think the outro kind of makes it worth it. At least for his first experience, it was a bit underwhelming, like the first 6 minutes, just because I wasn't really understanding it. But like I said, I think that I can tell that that's gonna grow on me. Do do do.
In the night sky are the lights hung?
Okay, no reverb on the vocals.
Why is the earth moving round
Different.
the sun?
I like hearing his voice clear and clean though.
Vacuum with no purpose, not a one.
Kind of gives me Phil Elverum vibes.
In the city only for a while.
Pretty existentialist kind of thoughts here.
Floating in the vacuum with no purpose, not a one. Why in the night sky are the lights hung?
I like that. This kind of gives me like microphones vibes, kind of Mount Erie vibes. I guess not the super distorted kind of noise rock side of them, but more the more stripped back kind of existentialist side. It's a nice switch up to have just his clean vocals, no reverb on it, pretty simple mix, just guitar and him. It kind of gives the perfect vibe of just a guy and his guitar sitting out on the lawn or something, the sun setting maybe, or maybe it's nighttime. He's looking up while playing, kind of having these thoughts that pretty much everyone's had, but it's hard to put them in a song and make it sound kind of sincere and make it actually interesting. Is it as potent as like some stuff you'll get with the microphones? Not really, but still pretty good. Let's keep going. He's got a great voice too. Like I said, hearing that clean voice without the reverb, it really makes you appreciate his actual singing ability. All right, last track here.
With devotion in that dream. In that dream I could hardly contain it. I will wake one day.
That was an okay ending. I don't know if I was expecting some sort of... I mean, it was kind of a grand ending, but it just... musically, there wasn't that much stuff that kind of entertained me, if I'm being honest, in that one. I don't think it's terrible, but I don't think it's as good of an ending as it could have been. I'm still going to give it the good rating. It's going to be like a light good, because I do think it's still pretty solid, but it's not... It's just leaving me a little bit disappointed. Obviously, he's revisiting some themes that he talked about throughout the album, like we have the wide-eyed Walker again. I'm kind of conflicted on how to feel about that track, because it's not like outright bad, but it's just a little bit underwhelming for an ender, I guess is the right word. Okay, I completely butchered this outro the first time I was doing it, so I'm just gonna redo it here and give some more kind of concrete thoughts, because I couldn't really, for some reason, organize my thoughts in that kind of outro. So yeah, I enjoyed this. It's feeling for me, at least off of 2 listens now, kind of in the decent to strong kind of 8 range, I guess. Like, it's not one of my favorite albums of all time, but it's still pretty freaking good in terms of folk music goes. I like the songwriting a lot. I don't fully connect with a lot of it right now, but I think it is really well done. The reverby kind of instrumentation is a little bit hard to swallow at times, but I think I'm kind of getting used to it. It does feel like it gets a little bit muddy in terms of the mixing and just the sound of it and picking out certain things. I feel like some of the musical elements get a little bit lost because of the reverbiness of it, but I think I'm getting used to it now, and it definitely kind of adds to the concert hall kind of live feeling of it. The reverb feels pretty natural. It doesn't feel like super forced or super fake at all. In the first outro I filmed, I was kind of comparing them to the microphones, which I don't think I should do because they're actually pretty different from the microphones. I guess I kind of just got that comparison because both of these albums and some of the Microphones albums talk about kind of nature and the vastness of the universe a lot and stuff like that. So that's where that comparison kind of came in my mind. They're not actually that similar. The more I listen to them, like sonically, they're not that similar. Yeah, I feel like this is one of those albums where it didn't like hit me super hard on a first listen. Helplessness Blues, the title track, definitely did, but the rest of the tracks, they didn't like blow my mind or anything. So I don't have like a strong reaction or strong feeling towards this, which is okay, because you can't expect to have a like life-changing experience with every album. So yeah, again, would I say this is my favorite album of all time? No. Is it up there? No. Is it pretty good? Yeah, I guess that's it. I guess those are my thoughts. Of course, join the Patreon. As always, this was a Patreon request, so if you want your requests done more quickly, consider joining that down below. And yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Let me know your thoughts on this album down below. Let me know your thoughts on the video. Like it if you liked it. Dislike it if you didn't. Even though I can't see them, you know, it helps. I like to see what you guys thought of the video. So yeah, that's going to do it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.